What's good, YouTube? It's the King here. Aqua Life, baby. You already know how it is. Bermuda season is over. I finally feel myself coming out of hibernation, coming, and it's like, ah, the waters have been cleaned. Aquaforce is on the horizon. We're coming back. I'm super excited that we're done with Bermudas. I can't stand that clan. It's gone. They're not a real Vanguard clan. Get them out. It's time for the real clans to step up, and Aquaforce is is front runner. So we got the Narukami Shadow Paladin Aquaforce set, which is going to be the next one being revealed. I think that comes out mid January, in Japan. So, uh, that's good. And with the reveals getting started, we saw two cards this morning for Aquaforce. And a Genesis card. That was a promo. It is something with stacking, but yeah. But as far as the Aquaforce cards go, I wanted to talk about them. I was going to talk about my locals from this weekend. I guess TLDR, I went undefeated with Glory Maelstrom. I beat it went Nubatama, beat Nubatama, then beat Godhand, then beat Narukami, and then played against Nubatama in the finals and won that. So Glory Maelstrom still doing strong, and I'm really looking forward to this new set, mostly because I'm looking forward to the improvements that we can make to the Glory Maelstrom deck, and I think Glory Maelstrom's in a decent place right now. I think it's still a strong deck. I think we have a really good grade 2 turn. With Wheel Assault and Algo, especially if our opponent ends up dealing us 2 damage, we're able to get the draw and call, and then Algos can do the resand plays. We can put on a lot of pressure on the grade 2 turn, and that has a really, a good grade 2 turn has a great follow up if we go into an OG Maelstrom turn where we can either boost the front row by 3 or just pressure with Maelstrom, and your opponent is going to be forced to block the third and fourth attack because they really don't want Maelstrom attacking. Again, we've had a lot of discussions about his skill. And his skill is still pretty decent, still pretty good. Not for late game when you're trying to kill your opponent and your opponent's, gotten their skills off and whatnot, but it's really strong early game from your first grade 3 turn onward because, hand size are low, your opponent's more susceptible to taking damage, and that restand is just an extra attack that they don't want to have to deal with, and it allows you a chance to filter as well. So, really liking Maelstrom right now. Can't wait to see what improvements we can make to the deck to bolster it even further, and I can't wait to see what Ravon brings. I'm very excited for the future of Aquaforce. Now, this is going to be the only support we get in 2020. Hopefully not, but we'll see what it does, and I hope it carries us further. Now, as for the new cards revealed, first we got a grade 1 Whipping Sailor. Grade 1 7K. So her ability is if you have 4 other rested rear guards or units, whatever, rear guards, she protects your front row. She protects your rear guards from being attacked. Now, first off, the 4 other cards is kind of eh. And the other thing is that there's too much removal in this game, too much spot removal, too much field clearing for her to be any effective. And your opponent would only attack your rear guards if they are really trying to damage deny you, or tidal assault. Tidal assault is making them extra tight. They're not really gonna do that. I don't see this card. It's a promo card, so it's another one you could probably just have it, for artwork or aesthetics. But I don't think it's anything that's going to be seen. It's not going to be played. It's definitely not going to be played in Maelstrom. I don't think it's a card that's going to be played in Ravon. If anything, if she is played in Ravon, she's going to be more of just a rest fodder. Plus, she's a 7K body, so she can be hit really easy as well on the opposing turn. And she's not a card you're gonna want to block. So not exactly fantastic card. And then we got a different card. I think this is the first card from the new set we got revealed, which was Talwar Assault. Uh Not sure how to feel about it. I don't think it's going to see play, other than somebody who is extremely sacky and kind of relies on luck. So what Talwar Assault does is he's a grade 2 8K, um, and his ability is to, when on Vanguard Circle, if your opponent, when it attacks and if your opponent has a grade 2 Vanguard, he gets an extra drive check. So we get a twin drive on the Vanguard Circle. You know, that sounds nice and all for Aquaforce. Like, hey, I'll take a twin drive anytime. Sure, why not? But my opponent has to be on grade 2 in order for me that to in order for that to happen. And then before that, after that, this card is just a dead 8K. Does absolutely nothing for the deck. I don't think it's going to see play. It may see play, but I don't see it seeing play. Um, just because it only works if you go second. Outside of that, it's an 8K card. Now, can the 8K card hit if can the 8K card hit? Yes. It can hit in Ravon because Ravon is going to put your opponent's Vanguard from either 12 to 7 or 13 to 8, and then you can swing with that card on the rearguard circle to poke for 8. Um, or 13 if he's on the Excel circuit. Don't ever know why you'd put him there, but you swing for 8. You could put him behind Ravon or just in a column with like Coral Assault and just have him be rest fodder for Ravon. But I think that that's really can I prop it here? Yes. I really think that that's probably the most usage you're going to be able to get out of him. Again, you're forced to play in a game where you have to go second in order for him to get his ability off. Plus, you have to naturally draw into him, which means that you have to high roll your draws to draw into him just to get the twin drive. Now, while the twin drive can be cool, is not great. Now, what does the twin drive speak to? Now I think that this card is more of a message. Is not really, is this card going to be used? No, I don't think it's going to be used. Hell no. But where the deck is going, as you can see, like Ravon, he has the ability to gain extra drive check and reduce the opponent's power. As you saw from the anime, we'll get that revealed soon. Foivos, Yorgos, whatever. Oh shit, Yorgos. They seem to be restanding. I think it was Yorgos, but I know Foivos. They seem to be restanding at the end of the battle that the Vanguard attacked. Now, to me, this deck kind of just begs to play crit triggers. This twin drive here, doing the twin drive on grade 2 and hitting a front trigger is kind of like, it's like, not great. But I mean, you twin drive into crit triggers, and I think that, that might be something a big game changing there. So what I'm thinking is that early consider, I really think that Ravon is going to shine with crits, which actually I wanted to happen because while I do love front triggers, I feel like front triggers were just built for Glory Maelstrom and what the deck how the deck plays, its play style and what it wants to achieve. But I think that with last card Ravon, I think that this deck kind of like before, where this deck used stand triggers as opposed to crit triggers, because he was like the last attack of the turn and we didn't have anything that reached at the end of the battle that your Vanguard attacked. I think that this deck is going to use crit triggers really well. And with Ravon getting the extra drive, potentially extra crit here, he's a card your opponent's definitely going to have to block. And, since your opponent's going to commit a lot of guard to block him, or toss a PG down for him, if we have the setup right, then we can have 2 other attacks coming at you, after his battle is over, so we can pass the triggers to. So that's even more damage on board. So I'm really looking forward to the playstyle of the deck. I think that this twin drive card is I don't think it's going to see play at all, but its extra drive check ability kind of warrants you to, like, if you include this card into your deck, play crits. But yeah, that's the video, guys. I'm gonna be doing these for the for the Aqua Force reveals. Trying to get back into. I definitely want to get back into the YouTube thing. I had some talks today with some people, and I really need to get back into doing getting back to the Aqua Life, getting back to Vanguard YouTube, and I think that YouTube land is quite dry when it comes to Vanguard right now. Especially in America, not a lot of content creators are doing much of anything. And I understand it is a dead time, especially when Bermuda's come out. It's really dead. So, um, oh yeah, cherry hint. This juice hint is amazing, by the way. I love it. But yeah, uh, yeah, just gonna get back into it, guys. Do what I gotta do. This has been Cardfight King, Aqua Life, baby. We're back. Aqua Force is back. We got 2 new reveals. Let's keep it going. Can't wait to see what comes out tomorrow. Can't wait for Tuesday's stream. I kind of just want Ravon to come out so I can get my anticipation and wait out of the way. I want to see what the official skills is. I want to see what Foivos does. I gotta see some stuff, man. Let's go. Aqua Life, baby. You already know what it is, and we out.